College is currently seen as the key to success, so attending college has become part of our modern American dream. However, it is becoming more and more expensive to do so. According to CNBC, during the 1987 to 1988 school year, students paid an average of $3,190 in tuition, with prices adjusted to reflect 2017 dollars. 30 years later, that average has risen by 213% to $9,970 for the 2017-2018 school year. Therefore, college is no longer affordable for most Americans, so they have to take out loans which can be difficult to pay back. Student loan debt has now become a crisis in the United States.
So right now I'm about $20,000 in debt.
$10,000, $15,000 in debt.
About $20,000.
I have a couple thousand in student loan debt for sure.
90,000.
I don't know how I'm going to get out of it.
This student loan debt crisis must be addressed. Some solutions have already been tried. In 2010, Barack Obama passed the Healthcare and Education Reconciliation Act, also known as the Obama Student Loan Forgiveness Plan. This act promised to transform student loan repayment plans. It looked great on paper, but it has been met with much criticism. A 2016 study estimated that this policy would cost the government twice as much as expected. Following the Obama administration, Trump's administration has also been working to address the issue.
Having to do with debt, student loan debt, I'm going to work to fix it because it's outrageous what's happening. You're not given that fair start. You're too far down. It's not right. And we're going to work very, very hard to get it fixed. But we're going to start with 43 million people in the United States are currently working to pay off student loan.
According to CNN, the Trump administration has proposed simplifying student loan repayment and expanding the Pell Grant program to low-income students who are enrolled in short-term career training programs. However, this administration and its Secretary of Education, Betsy DeVos, have been accused of siding with for-profit colleges.
Betsy DeVos, who's the Secretary of Education, has a long track record of opposing public education, period, but also and supporting for-profit education models, both in college and in secondary education. They've brought in a lot of people from the for-profit college industry into the administration, and you see what they're doing now.
In December 2019, Forbes magazine stated that Trump will likely not propose any large-scale student loan forgiveness, which the administration believes could unfairly burden taxpayers going into the 2020 election. Therefore, the 2020 Democratic candidates' solutions for this issue are quite different. According to U.S. News, Senator Elizabeth Warren and Senator Bernie Sanders have embraced a tuition-free model for all public 2-year and 4-year colleges and the wide-scale elimination of student loan debt.
It is absurd to have so many of our people struggling with oppressive levels of student debt. We have got to cancel student debt in America.
They propose funding these plans through increased taxes on the wealthy.
It starts with a wealth tax. That's a 2-cent tax on the top 0.1% of the great fortunes in this country.
Something that has been met with much criticism from conservatives. Mayor Pete Buttigieg has proposed eliminating tuition for low and middle income students at public colleges and increasing the coverage of Pell Grants. Former Vice President Joe Biden would eliminate tuition only at community colleges and forgive debt for people making less than $30,000 per year. These frontrunners have proposed a variety of solutions, but all of them require the government being involved in resolving this crisis.
I think you see that in different pieces of legislation working their way through, particularly the House, ranging from debt dischargement proposals to allowing people, so right now student loan can't be discharged in bankruptcy. That's a big problem, and that's, again, a relatively simple solution that wouldn't necessarily cost the federal government nearly as much money as obviously forgiving all the loans, but at least saying, look, there's no difference between a student loan and a car note. And there's no reason you should be treated worse having borrowed for your education as having borrowed to buy a house or borrowed to buy a car or borrowed to start a business or any of the other reasons that people take on debt. So hopefully we're going to see legislation to handle that.
So while many liberal Democrats propose free college and student debt forgiveness, some conservatives have a different plan for ending this student loan debt crisis. One alternative is called an income share agreement, where investors give money to a college, students attend that college for free, and then when they graduate, they pay a percentage of their income back for a certain amount of time. This allows students to only pay for how successful a school made them, and has worked at universities such as Purdue.
You know, you have the certainty that only X% will go to an income share agreement. The problem is, if you're a student who comes out of school and you've got an income share agreement and you're not earning that much money, that 10% of your paycheck or whatever the number might be can be an amount you can't afford.
While there are a variety of solutions to this issue, from total debt forgiveness by the government to income share agreements, this issue must be addressed. As Roy Romer, the former governor of Colorado, said, "The need for a college education is even more important now than it was before. But I think that the increased costs are a very severe obstacle to access. It is an American dream, and I think that one of our challenges is to find a way to make that available." 2020 candidates must address the issue of increased college costs and student loan debt, and its role in making college less accessible. Not only does college make individuals more successful, but it makes our entire country more successful.